What is up, my beautiful gemstones? It's your girl Gemma Jade, and I am here to do your weekly oracle reading, the pick a card, 3-card, gotta find an easier way to say that, for December 27th through January 1st, and I'm using my brand new deck, Alice the Wonderland Oracle. So what I'm going to do is shuffle up these cards here, and I'm going to call on spirits, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, guardians, guardian angels, any otherworldly attachments you may have, extraterrestrial, starseed, earth angels, shapeshifter, fairy, any higher elevational, higher dimensional beings of light, love, and peace, your ancestors, deceased loved ones, the universe, the cosmos. I'm going to lay 3 cards out, number them 1, 2, and 3. If you need to pause the video to take a moment to kind of set your intention and figure out what your question is for the week, do that. If cards number 1, 2, or 3 don't resonate with you, that's okay, because at the end, for the procrastinators, like I always say, like me, I will pull a 4th card for you all. Just so you know, I've been trying to remind you guys each week that if you pick card number 1, but card number 3 resonates with you more, then that means that card number 3 is most likely your message. You will get the message that you need, okay? Everybody gets the message that they need, always. And I'm just putting the cards out now. All right. All right, guys, here's card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. Take a moment, pause the video, set your intention, ask your question. All right, and here we go. If you chose card number 1, you got card number 21, the right way, learning to create what you desire. How am I to get in? Asked Alice again in a louder tone. Are you to get in at all? Said the footman. That's the first question, you know. It was, no doubt, only Alice did not like to be told so. The frog footman really does get to the heart of things. When we are pondering how to make a life dream happen, or how we are to get in, through, or to the other side of whatever issue is facing us, we might wonder if we are meant to get in at all, as the frog footman puts it. We can spend a great deal of time pondering our destiny, wondering if something is meant for us, and sometimes giving it up to fate, proclaiming if it is meant to be, it is meant to be. Alice has a different approach. She doesn't ask it. Alice has a different approach. She doesn't ask if it is meant to be. She asks how it will be done. This practical approach may not seem so spiritual to some. Are we not meant to go with the flow and see where life takes us? Here, Alice knows what must be done and sets out to discover how to achieve it. When this card comes to you, this is just what you must do. Do not wonder if something is meant for you, nor leave it in the hands of the gods. Instead, think of how it can be done. What practical steps can you take? How can you approach the problem in order to solve it? What action can be taken, and what advice can you seek? There is always a way through to the other side, but passively waiting and waiting and waiting for it to simply swing open is not as powerful as actively figuring out the puzzle and discovering how you are to reach the other side. So ask questions, seek advice, look again from a different angle, and think of how. Divination, wanting to get through to the other side of a situation, a desire to walk through a gateway or a life transition, or to become an insider rather than remaining on the periphery. Wanting to have an impact, to be included, to be a part of the activities and have an influence in the world. A willingness to learn step by step. So really, this is like what I always say to you guys, how if you're waiting for the right time is now, because there's never going to be. The universe is never going to present you with the right moment to do anything. Okay, and whether it's getting active in your community or getting to the book said, the other side of a question, this week, what the universe wants you to focus on, first of all, they're telling you that whatever problem you're facing, it's not an impossible problem. There is a way out, a way around. There is a way to get what you want out of a situation this week. So whatever you're thinking about, whatever intention you had, whatever your question was, there is a way out. Leaving it up to God or leaving it up to fate is not the way to go with this one. I believe that sometimes, yes, that is something that you should do, but most of the time there is a way to get through it, to figure out the answer on our own. And that's by using divination, like with the cards, or really sitting back and trying to look at the problem from an outside perspective. I've been saying this a lot in personals lately, so I think it's just something in the energy of people forgetting to kind of get outside their own heads and get outside themselves. So if you chose this card, the first card, card number 21, the right way, know that there is a right way to do something with the problem that you're facing. I feel like the issue is it's going to be very hard to do. It's going to be a process. It's going to take a while, or it's going to take a lot of hard work, or both. This week, sit back, like I said, look at your problem from an outsider's perspective. Get advice, get answers, get some kind of maybe reasoning from someone on the outside who's looking at it from a different angle. In order to see all the angles, you have to get all of the angles, right? And maybe you can do that. But what I'm seeing, what the universe is letting me know, is that this week you are not going to be able to see an outside perspective on your own. You're going to have to consult somebody. Okay, there's no leaving this up to fate. The universe is not going to come in and hand you an answer. You have to figure this one out yourself, and the sooner the better. I feel like if you don't start figuring this out this week, it's going to turn whatever it is into a tower moment, which is never a good thing. That means stuff is getting effed up. The second card is card number 33. I want to be a queen. Stating your sovereignty, declaring freedom, passing a test. I don't want to be anybody's prisoner. I want to be a queen. So you will when you've crossed the next brook, said the White Knight. When Alice declares she does not want to be anybody's prisoner, she is establishing her self-determination. She is a free person, even in the strange world she finds herself within. She will not allow herself to be imprisoned, enslaved, or taken into captivity, even if her incarceration was to be comfortable. She declares her intent strongly. She wants to be a queen, a ruler in her own right, a person who has power, influence, and who will take charge of herself in her own world. And she will embrace all of the responsibility and scrutiny that comes with the role. When this card comes to you, you are being asked to free yourself from any captivity, enslavement, or imprisonment. You do not wish to be anybody's prisoner. You were born to be free. It is time to liberate yourself from any shackles and embrace your innate power. You also want to go further than freedom. You are seeking power. Not so much power over others, but the kind of power that sees you able to help yourself make wonderful choices, rule with justice and compassion, and forge your own destiny. You are ready to become the queen and make your own choices in your own way. You are set to rule the world, indeed, to shape your own world. You will no longer ask for permission to come and go. You will declare, make the rules, and decide what takes place in your dominion. Instead of fearing your power, you will embrace it and the enormous energy that comes with stepping into your own potential. Divination, raising your status. You are taking charge of your life, making decisions for yourself, and setting rules and boundaries that work for you. Declaring your independence, becoming powerful and influential, wanting to embrace your potential. I feel like this week you may be fearing some kind of power as well. Maybe you're offered a promotion at work. Maybe you just find out you're going to be a parent. Just because she says, I want to be a queen. If you identify as male, then I want to be a king. Do you know what I mean? Take it as it resonates, guys. These are general readings. These aren't the in-depth personals. I feel like you're either, again, being offered some kind of promotion. You just found out you're going to be a parent or a grandparent. You're gaining either this week or sometime towards the rest of the month going into January. You're gaining some type of responsibility. And we always say with great power comes great responsibility. I don't know how many times I say that in my personal readings or like in the streams. But it's very true. You know, it's very, very true. So what the universe wants you to do this week is to sit back, really take some time, okay? Because the universe almost always wants us to really stop and think about what we're doing and what we're going to do next, so that we don't make any rushes to judgment, so that we don't jump to any conclusions, and so that we don't forge forward without thinking about it and get ourselves in a whole mess that the universe then has to find a way to clear up to set us back on the right path. Take a step back and really start thinking about the positives of this responsibility. I don't feel like it's a bad responsibility. I don't feel like it's something that you're going to loathe or something that's going to overwhelm you in a bad way. I feel like you may be a little overwhelmed because it was very surprising that suddenly now you have to take on this other role. Okay. Maybe you have to take care of a relative's kid for a little while. I'm getting like adoption or something. There's some kind of responsibility that you did not expect that's being kind of thrown into your lap. The universe is saying it's a good thing. Accept it. Go with it. Breathe through it and realize that this is a stepping stone to success. Step into your power. Declare that you are a mother effing queen. You are a mother effing king. And any naysayers, there's going to be people that are jealous, as there always are. Shake them off. The universe has got you. You've earned this and you deserve this. If you chose the third card, you got card number 2. I wonder what will happen next. Ready to adventure, precipice of change, Pause before action. That seems to be the theme of the week, pausing before taking action. Alice was beginning to get very tired of sitting by her sister on the bank and of having nothing to do. Once or twice she had peeped into the book her sister was reading, but it had no pictures or conversations in it. And what is the use of a book, thought Alice, without pictures or conversations? There are points in life where everything seems quite perfect. Things are calm, all is well, and we are comfortable, sheltered, easy in ourselves and in the relationships we have. There is, in short, nothing at all wrong. Then why, oh why, can we not feel satisfied? This is because free spirits grow restless amidst too much sameness, much as we find Alice and you, dear reader, at this time. While she ought to be enjoying an afternoon beneath the trees in late summer, Alice is actually a little fretful and restless. She wants for adventure, to explore, and to reach out beyond the comforts of her current existence. This is the very point you are at. You will decide whether or not to enter into and enjoy all you have and have been given. There is nothing at all wrong with embracing that. Or, as you will know from Alice, this could be the point at which you begin to wonder whether this is just the place from where you need to explore, stretch, or jump. A small part of you is tired with the tidy and comfortable and the repetitive. You would rather the adventurous, where you will learn more of who you truly are than you will in this in-between state of sameness and people who never ask questions and are content never to go beyond the comforts of their current life. You, dear reader, want more. This card tells you that very soon, if you choose, you will have an unprecedented opportunity for adventure. It's your decision. But I think I know just what you will choose when the moment of change arrives, just in time to save you from the numbness of too much habit and repetition. This is the very edge of change. Prepare yourself. Divination, a longing for excitement, wonder at what is meant to take place next, someone who is comfortable but vaguely dissatisfied, be ready for a challenge and for new experiences. I'm getting some attachment to habit on this card, which comes up in the reverse. Okay, so maybe a relapse into an addiction. If any of you guys are dealing with that, seek some help. Obviously, I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to diagnose or cure or treat anything. Aside from that, though, I feel like you are going, just like card number 2, to be getting some kind of responsibility put on your shoulders. But this is something, not a responsibility, I misspoke. You're going to be offered the chance for adventure, either to start traveling to exotic places for work, or I don't even know, guys. There's going to be something that comes in through like a phone call or an email, and it's going to be a chance. And you're going to have to just get up and go, or politely decline and stick with your life. I feel like you're feeling stuck and stagnant in a certain situation in your life, and you really just need to let loose. I'm not sure that you want to let the situation go altogether, right? I don't feel like it's like you're so dissatisfied with a person or a situation that you want to leave altogether, but I do think you need to stretch your legs a little bit and you need to take a step back. So whatever kind of relationship this is, and you guys know I don't always have to mean romantic, even though I could mean a romantic relationship, it's time to do something on your own. I feel like this is an adventure that you're going to be going on by yourself. For some reason, I'm getting solo, single, alone, by yourself, but it's not going to be the kind of loneliness or boredom type of alone. You're going to go on this adventure. You're going to have so much fun, and I feel like you're going to gain something from it, like financially. This is not obviously for all of you. Take it as it resonates. But if you get the opportunity to go bungee jumping, to go skydiving, to do something out of what you're naturally comfortable with, to do something, say you've never been on a plane before. I've only been on a plane once, and I took medicine to knock myself out, and I was only going from Jersey to Florida. So for me, that would be a scary, crazy adventure. Say you got the chance to go on a road trip across country, whatever it is, take the chance. If you're physically, humanly able, and it's humanly possible, please, the universe is telling you, take the chance, go and have some fun, because it's not going to be a start of like a whole new life for you, but it's going to open up a whole new world and a whole bunch of new doors for you. You're going to meet a whole bunch of new people, perhaps some lifelong friends at this point, okay? If you could not choose a card and you procrastinate like I do, card number 4 is the fourth card. Gosh, it's card number 43. Manage to be glad. Create your own happiness regardless of conditions. I wish I could manage to be glad, the Queen said. Once I never can remember the rule. You must be very happy living in this wood and being glad whenever you like. The queen is almost berating Alice, imagining her to be happy whenever she wishes, thinking that the business of being happy is that simple. As the queen, she feels it is not simple for her, but she wants to manage to be glad, except as she says, she cannot remember the rule. Is there a rule to happiness? Is there a way to manage to be glad? When this card comes to you, there are two possibilities, just as there are two slithy toves in the painting. The first is that others assume your life is simpler, easier, and that happiness comes more readily to you. There is the implication that they have it harder and must struggle to be happy. This is not the case at all. Your happiness has been earned. In some ways, you have created it by directing your thoughts and impulses toward the steady creation of happiness. The second possibility is that you must learn how to be happy. Having joy in our lives is not just good fortune, circumstance, or temperament. It comes through the careful management of our thoughts and deeds, and so that we nurture the possibility and joy and move ever closer to happiness. Do not let others steal your joy or imply that being joyful means you are not as serious, deep, or hardworking as they are. Happiness is often hard-earned. We must find it amidst the most troubling of challenges. Alice has learned to do this despite being lost and everything around her being so unpredictable. We too can manage our happiness and defy those who claim it is more difficult for them. We can all do this no matter our lot in this lifetime. Divination, your happiness is in your own hands. It is something which can be managed, nurtured, and grown. Acknowledgement that life can be very difficult and challenging, but you are being asked to grow the happiness you long for out of your magical will and desire to feel joy once again. So I feel like this week and for the past few weeks, or for however long, if you ended up with the fourth card, I feel like you've maybe been in a funk. Again, you've been stuck, you've been stagnant, not knowing which way to go. And I feel like the universe is saying this week, especially with the holidays, if you don't celebrate Christmas or any other December holidays, just this week in general, but especially if you're celebrating holidays this week. Or I guess when you're getting this reading, it would be just celebrated holidays, right? Because I'm filming this on Christmas. So I feel like, especially with that going on, you're seeing all these relatives, you're seeing all these other people that maybe you don't see all the time. And you may be starting to think like, why is this person so happy they're an a-hole? Why is that person getting, making that much money, they're drunk? Or whatever it is that we, are automatic judgments in our mind. We all make them. It's not like you're a horrible person. We all do it. It's stopping yourself and not acting out. That'll teach you not to think that way. I still work on it, guys. Snap judgments all the time. I just have to cut it off. So anyway, you may be doing all that. Like, why, did you lose your job, but, Aunt so-and-so, who's a total drunk, got promoted in her job or something like that. You may be having that stinking thinking thoughts, right? What the universe is trying to tell you is happiness is in your own hands. Make it wherever you can. Right? Happiness is not, I'm trying to think of how the universe is showing this to me. So the fact of the matter is the universe is telling you can be happy if you stop looking at other people and comparing yourself to them. Stop coveting what they want. Just take a break this week. This comes up a lot. I know a lot of you can't just take off work, but as much as you can, be by yourself this week. Don't spend too much time with other people. Keep your circle small this week because I feel like you're just going through this funk that you're going to come out of right around the beginning of the new year, next week, right? That's what I'm getting, the timeline that they're showing me, 1 week, one Monday, Sunday. So that's an entire week. And that brings the new year, that brings 2022 in, which is awesome, right? Be by yourself until then. I feel like you're going to kind of come out of this. There's this icky energy for water and air signs right now that we're coming out of. We're coming out of this kind of icky emotional energy, especially Pisces has been in a funk for like 8 to 10 years with Jupiter. I don't remember the placement. I've said this before. It's been in like the worst possible placement for us. We've had the crappiest 8 to 10 years ever, but it transitioned into our sign now. So now that's it. So if you're a Pisces, especially, spend this week alone reflecting. Everybody, spend this week alone as much as you can, reflecting, thinking about life. Write down, okay, things that you think that can make you happy. Do positive manifestation, positive reinforcement. Watch the negative self-talk. Watch the negative stinking thinking about other people. Wish other people well. Wish them joy. Wish them happiness. And watch how karmically and energetically it comes back to you 100-fold. Guys, that's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Spread the love by sharing this video. I almost forgot what I was saying there. I'm kind of like in a food coma. I cooked for everyone today. It was awesome. Subscribe if you haven't done that already. And if you are subscribed, please make sure your notification bell is on. I really appreciate all of you guys watching my videos, supporting me. There's going to be some changes coming in the channel, but I feel they're for the better. And I'll probably run them by you guys and, you know, see what works and what doesn't. You guys can help me out with that. I'm really looking forward to what's coming for Gemma Jade Inc. in 2022. I hope you guys will follow along for the wild and crazy ride. Be kind to each other. It doesn't cost anything. Be kind to yourselves. Make sure others are kind to you. Step into your power. Smile at a stranger today and see how good it makes you and them feel. Always go in grace. I will see you next time. Have your best day. Have your best night.